Welcome to Unofficial Commentary by the Unqualified. I am Adam. I was going to do this yesterday? 2 days ago? I don't remember. Whenever, the day after the last episode, okay? I was going to do this, and this is going to be a twofer in this episode. We're going to do two things in this episode. Typically, we only do one, we're going to do two. First thing's going to be a continuation of last episode, where I talked about boycotting Fox News and boycotting various things affiliated with Fox News. So, I was by Walmart and I saw they sold the MyPillow, so I decided to email MyPillow directly and see why they are sticking with Tucker Carlson. This should be a brief one because it's just a quick update on the thing. So I emailed them. Literally within 5 minutes, I got an email back. Let me just bring up that email real quick. I probably should have done it before I started recording, but what are you going to do at this point? Email. Let's see. Okay, so I emailed. This is the email that I made when I sent it out. Hello, my name is Adam Taylor. I'm the host of the political podcast, Unofficial Commentary by the Unqualified. Now, had they looked that up, they would have seen I had like 5 subscribers, and they would have told me to fuck off. But they didn't do that, so whatever. Following some of the revelations of the past week, I was wondering if I can get a clarification about your company's position on certain issues. Fox News political pundit Tucker Carlson has had 3 separate packages of audio come out within the last few days, whose contents are abhorrent. He defends child molesters and child rapists, talks about borderline pedophilic fantasies he has about young women, and uses disparaging and racist language against women, minorities, and minorities, particularly from the Middle East. My question is, in light of these revelations and the fact that MyPillow still advertises on his show, are these views also the views of MyPillow? More importantly, if these are not the views of MyPillow, why should the company continue to be associated with these comments? I feel like those are two important questions to ask and to, get clarification of. If MyPillow does support child rapists, I think people who are buying MyPillow should know that. Okay? I sent that email at 2:40 something. Okay? 2:45. 2:49. I get this email back. Hi, Adam. Thanks for reaching out. Below the statement from Mike regarding his advertising practices. Now, I want to keep in mind that I'm asking about Tucker Carlson. Okay? Tucker Carlson, the man who has an obvious rage problem, because probably stemming from his incredibly small penis. And I want you to keep that in mind as I read this, okay? This is a quote from Mike Lindell, okay? According to this person from the media relations email that's on the website for MyPillow. Quote, I'm not changing my advertising. I make all of my advertising decisions based on what is best for MyPillow, my customers, and my employees. Quote from Mike Lindell, inventor and CEO of MyPillow. Now, that's the statement that they gave to me when I emailed them and asked. So, here's my question. Did someone ask him, like a secretary ask him, so this came out, and then he got really angry and started screaming at them? Because that's what it seems like. And it's like, and then it's like, can we say that on the record? Yeah, you can say that on the record. It's like, that's how that comes off to me. It comes off as very angry, very, why are you asking me about this? Why does it matter? Do you not pay attention? That's how it comes off, this statement. It doesn't come off professional. It comes off very, it comes off pissed off that you're even asking the question. So, okay then. So, I guess that what that tells me is, it's time to show MyPillow that advertising with Tucker Carlson is not in the best interest of MyPillow. That's what that email tells me. It tells me that if he believes that advertising with Tucker Carlson is in the best interest for MyPillow, then it's time to show him that that's not in the best interest for MyPillow by boycotting companies that sell the MyPillow. That's what I'm getting from that. So, that's why I'm continuing my boycott of Walmart and Kohl's and all manner of other places that sell the MyPillow. So yeah, I think other people should follow suit, but I only have 5 subscribers. So if you 5 do it, that's something. That'd be nice. Okay, so that was the continuation of the last episode. Now, the new thing that came out. New thing is that something happened yesterday. A mass shooting, or one mass shooting. I didn't read all the details about what happened. I know 49 Muslims were killed at a place of worship, or at 2 places of worship, I think it was, in Christchurch, New Zealand. By someone who was radicalized by various extreme right-wing opinions in America and abroad, which we can't talk about according to the son of the president because that's not important. If he was brown, then it would be important. But he's not brown. He's a white guy. So that is very, what's it called? That is very not important than the race of the guy, according to the son of the president. That's just a quick thing I wanted to address. I didn't want to go too deep into it, but that's just something quick. The bigger thing I want to talk about with the president is his tweet tirade today, in the wake of this mass shooting. That's why I wanted to bring it up. This happens. This terrible, terrible thing happens in New Zealand. What's he tweeting about today? His treatment in the media. About how it's a fishing expedition looking for a crime. Now, feel free to correct me. I'm open to correction. Please, if I say something wrong, please correct me. Okay? Please tell me that I'm saying something wrong. The way I've always interpreted the criminal justice system is not the same as how he's displaying it, where he's saying it's a investigation in search of a crime, and not a investigation of a crime that they know committed. Now, based on what I can say, I work retail. I deal with the police, not often, but often enough where I know how a general larceny situation can be handled. Where we have to call the police if someone wiped out something completely on the shelf and it's just empty and we need to get the whole thing, situated. So, and we need to get the police so we can get a paper, we can go and we can submit it to loss prevention so that way they know, and it's an ordeal. So, someone shoplifts, okay? We have a general sense of who it is, because there's a camera, we can see that they're there, we see them grab the products, and we see them walk out, okay? That's the complaint, okay? Then we have to calculate the value of the money, and then the police have to investigate from there. The police don't have proof of a crime right there. That's what the investigation is for. So in this case, every time we start talking about the Steele dossier, which, okay, even if it was paid for by Hillary Clinton, okay? Even if the dossier was paid for by Hillary and her campaign, it still is enough of an allegation to warrant an investigation. Especially how deep the allegations go and all of that. If he's innocent, an innocent person would be like, go ahead, investigate me, you will find nothing. I have no problem. You want my records, you want this, you want this, you want this. Go ahead, you will find nothing. I did nothing wrong. Okay? A guilty person will go out there and start disparaging the quality of the investigation. Saying the investigation is meritless. Saying the investigation is being done purely for political reasons. And herein lies the problem with the way he's been treating the Mueller investigation publicly. Is he's appealing to that 30% that diehard support him, the cult of Trump that will support him no matter what he does, where he can go out and shoot someone on Fifth Avenue and they'll still support him. Nothing will happen. So, here's the thing that needs to be addressed, though. In the event that it comes out that he did something, my concern is that the GOP, or the Republicans, will stand by him anyway. As evidenced by yesterday's fiasco in the Senate. Yesterday, the House passed a resolution saying the Mueller report would be made public in the event that it is completed, and it passed unanimously, 420 to 0. Which is pretty rare, that there's a unanimous resolution. So then the resolution goes to the Senate. Lindsey Graham, you may know him as the face of what would happen if they took a face and stuck onto a wrinkled asshole of someone about his age. He blocks it. He objects, saying that we will not deal with this. We want a second special investigation into the handling of Hillary Clinton's emails. Now, here's the thing. Let's break down what these two investigations are. The investigation into Donald Trump from the special counsel's office is to investigate the impact that Russia may have had, or will try to have on elections through that. So if it comes out that he colluded with the Russians, if it came out that he colluded with WikiLeaks, if he colluded with all these other things, that would be included in that. And it's about our national sovereignty. That's what that's about. This is the Mueller investigation at its core is about our national sovereignty and our ability to elect our own leaders without the influence of an outside power. And our national sovereignty, a Republican would agree, because they want to build a fucking wall, is the most important thing that we have as a country. Is that we are America, we can do what we want within our confines, we don't need someone else telling us what to do. A Republican will agree with you on that 100%, but because it's Trump at the center of it, that's where the issue comes in. So, I think a lot of the problems here can be solved if we just remove the names from the investigations. If we just said we're going to investigate what happened in the 2016 election, we have reason to believe that there was an outside foreign influence attempting to influence our elections. So we are going to investigate this to see what happened, what caused it, and how we can prevent this from happening in the future. Because the most important thing to our country is us making sure that it is us picking without undue influence who our elected leaders are. Okay, so that happens. Now, the Hillary investigation is that she acid wiped. Again, I'm only hearing... I don't care about the Hillary email investigation because it means absolutely nothing at this point now, 5 years out. Because it happened while she was Secretary of State under Obama, which I believe was during his first term, if I remember correctly. So, let's take a minute and talk about the emails, which I hate doing because it's so pointless to talk about and to address. It's designed to distract. That's what it is. It's to distract. It's whataboutism. It's a sleight of hand maneuver to keep your eyes off of the scam going on. So Hillary's emails were she deleted something like 10,000 emails couldn't be found. The FBI investigated and found no wrongdoing and no ability to indict. Okay, that's the end of that's it. Okay, they found she had no wrongdoing and she had no, no wrongdoing and whatever the other word is. But so she was cleared functionally on all charges, and then Comey comes out right before the election and says we're going to reopen the investigation into Hillary's emails, which may have impacted the election a little bit, but that's neither here nor there. In his favor, mind you. That's something that helped him because it brought it back into the spotlight from a source that's not just him saying it. Because what happens is once the FBI director says, we're going to do this, he's not taking an order from Trump because Trump has no power over him. Right now, he's just the Republican candidate for president. So that's what it's about. Did they mishandle the investigation? And that's what they want to investigate. Well, Graham wants them to investigate. So, we'll end there with this whole thing. It's like, that's what I want to leave you with today. Okay? One of these investigations that's ongoing right now is a investigation into how our country is able to operate within its own borders. The other investigate is a partisan attack attempted to lock up political opposition. That's what it is. It's another step in our descent we've had toward a complete fascist regime. And that's where we'll leave you today. We'll be back next week with another episode. Hopefully New Vitality gets back, because I also emailed New Vitality, because they're the makers of Super Beta Prostate, and they have still not emailed me back. But I will shoot them another email Monday in the event they don't get back to me yet. Also today we have a new episode of 30-minute reviews where I discuss Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald and how they should do the Flash movie. And then I think I have a Beware of Spoilers this week too, but I will have to look at my schedule and find out. But we will be back with a new episode of this next week with whatever new fiasco is going on in the news. Have a great rest of your day.